Dive into the world of the amazing mola mola. There's more to sunfish than their fun names. Adult sunfish can grow to 4 meters m long and weigh up to 2,200 kilograms, kg, which makes them the heaviest bony fish on Earth. Surprisingly, baby sunfish measure only about 2.5 millimeters mm at birth and look tiny with spiky bodies like pufferfish. These amazing sunfish eat jellyfish, small fish, and other ocean animals. After eating, they often swim to the surface for sunbathing. It helps them warm up after chilly dives and allows small fish or birds to eat parasites off their skin. However, life is difficult for these ocean giants. They are slow swimmers, so they have difficulty avoiding attacks from other sea animals. That's why sunfish are often seen with a big bite missing from their bodies. Ocean litter is another frequent danger for sunfish. They sometimes get trapped in nets or suffocate on plastic bags, which they mistake for jellyfish. Thus, beyond admiring these wonderful fish, we must also work to keep the ocean clean and safe for them.
Today's warm-up quiz is, the view from the top of the mountain was truly blank. A. Amazing. B. Folding. C. Frozen. D. Mental.
You have 15 seconds to think about it. Time's up.
Hello everyone, welcome to English for You. I am Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And we are back with our favorite new
Mola
fish.
mola.
The mola mola, the sunfish, the moonfish, the
floating head.
The floating
right?
head, or the fish rice cake. This is a fish
Pigway.
with many, many names, but that's not because it's in trouble and it's running away from the police. It's not trying to hide its identity. That's because it is such an unusual and weird fish, but also, I mean, we can guess that this fish gets pretty much everywhere in the world, right?
Okay.
There's English
True.
names, there's Spanish, Italian, German, from Taiwan they have names for it. I'm sure Japanese fishermen have a special name for it too. So the mola mola, or the ocean fish, which is how it's most well known in English, is truly a very unusual animal. And we're going to learn so much more about it today. So let's get into it. Yesterday, we really spent the whole article talking about the different names for the fish. So let's get a little bit more into it. We know it has an interesting appearance and many names, but what else does it do? Well, it says there's more to sunfish than their fun names.
Good.
Yes, they're absolutely very interesting fish, even if they have a million names.
OK, 当我们用 there's more to A than B，就是用一个方式来说 A 不仅是 B 那么简单，或是 A 比 B 所呈现的更有内容哦。像是 there's more to my little brother than just playing video games. He's actually a great storyteller.
Oh, really? Okay. So maybe he could be an author someday.
Right.
Very cool. So yeah, there's more to the sunfish than its many names. And one of the things that's unusual, it's big. As it says, adult sunfish can grow to 4 meters long. So that's more than twice my height. Yeah, very, very big. And, of course, since they're so long, and it says, and weigh up to 2,200 kilograms, which makes them the heaviest bony fish on Earth. That's quite a record.
That's true.
All right, so we were talking about how it weighs a lot, this fish. It's one of the biggest fish in the world. And when you weigh something, this verb means to find out how heavy something is, all right? So if you're trying to figure out how many apples to buy or how much chicken you need to make dinner, you might weigh those apples or weigh that piece of chicken. If you're in the gym, if you're working out and you're trying to lose weight, which is the number of kilograms that your body weighs, then you will weigh yourself, right? Oh, look, I went to the gym a lot in the last month. I've lost 3 kilograms. I weigh less than before. So we're just talking about pounds, kilograms. If it's really big, we might talk about tons, like an elephant weighs 2 tons or 2,000 kilograms or something like that. So we're just talking about how heavy something is. For example, the baby weighs only 3 kilograms, but she's growing fast and healthy.
OK， 体重我们知道是 weight。That's the noun.
Yes.
我们这里看到的是动词 weigh， 就是重量有什么，或者是有多重哦，比如说达50公斤等等。For example, I always wonder how much my backpack weighs. It feels like I'm carrying a small elephant by the time school ends.
I think it weighs less than an elephant, even a small elephant.
Yeah.
I hope.
Some textbooks are really heavy though.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, back to our article. Surprisingly, it says baby sunfish measure only about 2.5 millimeters at birth and look tiny with spiky bodies like pufferfish. 2.5. Wow. That's tiny. It goes from like this big to 4 meters in size. That is quite a change.
Okay, so measure 是什么呢？这里是连缀动词，表示规格的大小、尺寸等等为多少，或者测量出来为多少。那 millimeter 是公厘、毫米，超小的哦，它是一个名词。那形容词 spiky 就是有尖刺的，而 pufferfish 这个名词就是河豚，就是他要想说他一开始出生是很小啦。
So of course, like most things, when they want to grow, they have to eat. Well, that's good, okay? Because the sunfish, it eats a lot of stuff.
Wow.
It says these amazing sunfish eat jellyfish, small fish, and other ocean animals. They have to eat almost anything they find because they have to grow so much. And it really is an amazing thing about these amazing fish. When we say something is amazing, it can mean it's really, really good. Like, oh, I saw an amazing movie yesterday. But here we're using it a little bit more like it's hard to believe. It's incredible. It makes your brain go, what? And I don't believe that. It's unbelievable. It's amazing. It's incredible. I am really shocked by this fact or by learning this information. For example, we saw some amazing modern art at the gallery today. It could be really, really good, but it could also be art that was very different and very strange and unusual.
Wow, amazing 就是令人吃惊的，这是一个形容词。For example, the magician's trick was so amazing that I almost dropped my popcorn in surprise. 不过大家现在听到 amazing 有没有觉得叮咚叮咚，很像唤起了刚刚一开始的记忆？没错，今天的 warm-up quiz 一开始就问到大家。The view from the top of the mountain was truly， 然后正解就出现在第一个选项 A amazing 令人吃惊的。如果你答成 B folding 它是折叠式的可折叠的，不对哦。C frozen 冷冻的也是错的。D mental 精神的心理的也是怪怪的，因为这里我们要讲的是山顶的视野非常美丽，让你很 amazed。And we also saw the word jellyfish. OK, 他刚刚有说他可以吃很多东西，其中包含了水母，这是一个名词哦 ，jellyfish.
All right, so there's the ocean fish eating anything it can find. And of course, this is while it's swimming under the surface of the ocean. And then after eating, they often swim to the surface for sunbathing. They're kind of like people after a big meal. They want to lie down and have a comfortable nap.
Oh, OK. 所以我们这里提到的是他们吃饱后常常会怎么样做这个 sunbathing， 这是个名词，就是日光浴，晒晒太阳。
And that's, I guess, when most people would see them, when they're up there on their side, kind of floating on the surface of the water. I mean, they're doing it because they're resting after eating a lot, but there are other reasons. It floating on the surface like that, when we often see them, it helps them warm up after chilly dives and allows small fish or birds to eat parasites off their skin. It's their spa treatment. How nice. So that's a way of warming up because, of course, under the surface of the ocean as you go down, it gets colder. A way of saying cold, but not very cold, we can use this adjective chilly. It's kind of like saying cool, right? So you go outside and ooh, you're wearing a shirt with short sleeves and suddenly your arms feel a little cold. You're not like teeth chattering and skin turning blue because it's ice and snow. But imagine it's the nighttime in the summer, the temperature's gone down, and all of a sudden you feel a little bit colder than comfortable. So you say, I'm chilly. For example, it might get chilly later tonight, so you should bring a jacket with you.
Okay.
Good advice. And we had that word dive. We can use dive as a verb, like if you jump into the water head first, like a swimmer in a race, you're diving into the water. But when we use it as a noun, we're just talking about swimming under the surface of the water. A swimmer will be on the top, but if you're going down to look at the fish, if you're using that special equipment with air tanks on your back, you are going on a dive. So it's basically the act of going underwater to swim. And of course, with people, we need special equipment so that we can go down there and still live and breathe air. But that is a dive. For example, during the dive, the guide pointed at a small cave and everyone followed to explore inside. Ooh, be careful. So just like when people go on a dive, they often have to wear special clothes to stay warm.
Right.
In the same way that a sunfish will get cool or chilly as it goes under the water and then warms up once it comes back to the top.
Sunbathing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah.
Warm up 是什么呢？就是变暖和啦，使温暖。For example, penguins huddle together to warm up when the chilly wind blows across the ice. 这里，我刚刚造句也提到 chilly 哦，这个形容词就是寒冷的。而 dive 呢，这个名词哦，是当作名词来用，在本课就是潜水。For example, our first dive in the ocean was unforgettable. We saw colorful fish and even a friendly sea turtle.
Oh, nice.
OK, 那刚刚有提到说呢，其实他们在上面做就是这个日光浴的时候，它还会让小鱼或是海鸟吃它们皮肤上的寄生虫。寄生虫的英文就是 parasite， 是个名词。
All right, now it might sound like it's all fun and games and jellyfish for a sunfish, but life can be a challenge. It says, however, life is difficult for these ocean giants. How is it difficult? It says they are slow swimmers, so they have difficulty avoiding attacks from other sea animals. Ooh, it's true. You could think that a shark or a killer whale might see a sunfish as an easy snack.
OK, 不过刚刚的句子呢，就包含我们今天的文法。So let's take a look at that. 我们来看一下今天的 language in focus 的句型，就是主词加 have, difficulty or hard time or trouble or problems in, 然后动词 ing， 其中的 in 可以省略。这个句型是表示做什么有困难，不容易做什么什么。那我们也可以搭配 some 有些 great 非常 little 几乎没有等等的字词来修饰程度。不过要注意以下几点哦，像是呢动词 ing 前面已有习惯性被省略的介系词 in， 因此不需要再接其他介系词。那首先我们来看一下 difficulty 和 trouble， 在这个句型当中是不可数名词，是视为单数。我们看回课文是怎么用的哦，他说 they 指的但是 sunfish are slow swimmers, so they have difficulty avoiding attacks from other sea animals， 就是翻车鱼游得很慢，因此他们很难避开其他海洋生物的攻击。我们再来看另外一个Ben has little trouble in talking to strangers. He's super outgoing. Ben 和陌生人说话几乎没什么困难啊，他超外向的，是个 E 人。第二个，我们来看一下 hard time， 在此用法下是为可数单数名词哦，所以你可以这样子说。I had a hard time in finding a charger at the airport. My phone was dying. 我在机场找充电器找得好辛苦哦，我的手机快没电了。第三，我们看到的是 problem， 它是可数名词哦，因此在此句型中，除了可写为 problems， 也可以用 a problem。我们来看一下例句。 Mia has problems in concentrating during long meetings, especially after lunch. Or you could also say Mia has a problem in concentrating during long meetings, especially after lunch. 都是指 Mia 在冗长的会议中难以集中注意力，尤其是午餐过后，吃饱真的是肚皮松，眼皮肚皮松，肚皮眼皮松。
So they're big and they're slow, so they might be a tempting snack. And that does happen. That's why sunfish are often seen with a big bite missing from their bodies.
No.
Like a cookie with one bite out of it.
No.
Oh my gosh. Now here's another thing. Ocean litter is another frequent danger for sunfish and many other ocean animals. When we say litter, this is a noun. It's just another way of saying garbage or trash, plastic bags floating in the ocean, that kind of stuff. For example, for the word litter, we could say, the people who just used this picnic table didn't clean up their litter. How rude and selfish of them. We should also mention that litter is more commonly used in British English, right? Whereas in American English, you might say trash or garbage. In England, they might say litter more often. And frequent, this is an adjective that talks about how often something happens. Frequent means it is quite often. It is regularly occurring. It's kind of like often or usually, all right? It's not all the time, but it's definitely more than rarely or never, so frequent. For example, with a typhoon approaching, we can expect frequent rainstorms over the next few days. There will be a lot of rain at different times. It will be quite frequent.
Go away, rain, go away.
No good.
Okay, litter 这个名词呢，刚刚 Mike 补充很好，比较偏英式，就是 trash 嘛，就是垃圾啊、废弃物。For example, please don't leave litter in the park. It makes the place dirty and hurts animals.
It brings flies and ants and stuff. Ugh.
Frequent 呢，这个是另外一个形容词，我们刚刚看到的就是常见的、经常的。For example, there are frequent bus delays during rush hour, so always check the schedule before you go. Good idea.
Absolutely. Back to the article, that's the sunfish, they sometimes get trapped in nets or suffocate on plastic bags, which they mistake for jellyfish. A plastic bag floating in the ocean can look like a jellyfish. I think our sea turtle friends, they do the same thing too, and that's no good. Or they can get caught in a fisherman's net and they can suffocate. They can't breathe once they're stuck in the net.
Plastic straws can kill all of them.
They can too, yes.
So suffocate 是什么呢？就是这是一个动词，使什么窒息而死。而 mistake A for B 就是将 A 错认成 B. For example, don't mistake kindness for weakness. Okay.
Yes, back to the article. Thus, beyond admiring these wonderful fish, we must also work to keep the ocean clean and safe for them. Cleaning up beaches, taking your litter with you when you go to the beach, don't throw things in the water. All of that stuff is good for the planet and the animals and us that live on it.
没错，我们除了要欣赏这美丽的鱼，应该要努力让大家就是要海洋环境都要很干净，让大家呢还有这些美丽的鱼啊，也可以安心的活。不想错过更多精彩的 English for You 内容，就快点点阅我们的 YouTube 频道和追踪 Facebook 哦。
Okay, we got our For You chat question for you guys. What are some animals you know about that look different from when they are born? Remember how the sunfish looks very different? It's tiny, tiny, and then it grows to be very big, and it is quite a change. So what are some other animals that do that?
Frogs, butterflies, and even puppies, I think. Frogs start as little jelly-like eggs, and they become wiggly tadpoles, and finally grow legs, right? It's like nature's version of a transformation show.
It is, and even humans look like tiny sumo wrestlers, and then they grow to be not so interesting.
Cute.
Yeah. Vocabulary Review.
Weigh. You can bring a bag that weighs 20 kilograms or less on this airplane. Amazing. Kathleen has the amazing ability to learn a new dance in just a few minutes. Chilly. Be sure to bring your jacket with you when you go out, because the weather is chilly today. Dive. Some sea animals take a dive into the deep sea to escape when they sense danger. Litter. The students helped to clean the beach and pick up every piece of litter they could find. Frequent. Sarah gets frequent headaches, so she tries to sleep earlier and drink less coffee.
智慧小补帖。
Millimeter. Pufferfish. Jellyfish. Parasite. Suffocate.
掌握最新时事主题，立即下载空中美语 App， 免费收听当期完整杂志。